In this lecture, we are going to draw the walls. So click on Structure Wall. Depth unconnected and number 3000. What does that mean? I want to draw a wall from level 1 to level 2. So height, I am in level 1, so high, level 2. Okay? If the wall is level 1 to bottom, for example, unconnected, and the number. I can click high to level 2. Location line, wall center line. Wall center line, for example, 2 points. The first point and the 2 points, the line is in the center of wall. Modify, click wall again. Core center line or finish face exterior. The line is the finish face exterior. Okay. Same for other, for example, core face exterior or core face interior. Shade. What means shade? I will draw walls. I can complete the drawing of wall. Okay. If I hide this, I click and I stop. Okay, I can't complete. I will delete. Click again on walls, offset. For example, 500. These 2 points, so offset 500. Okay. And you click offset from this line 500 millimeter. Radius. This word, for example, radius 1000. Click. This is the radius. I can click 1 meter. I can modify, for example, 500, whatever. Click again with join status, allow or disallow. I draw a wall with a join. Like this shape and this shape. There is a joint. But if I click on disallow, we draw the walls. There is not a joint now. Okay, I will delete all those. And I can draw line, rectangle, polyline, polygon, circle, arc, whatever. Pick lines. For example, pick one axis. Okay. Now, if I will define a new wall to draw a walls, structure wall. Properties. Foundation, generic 225, masonry, generic interior, and many types of walls. Many types of wall which finish. So click on edit type. There are many families and many types. I will click system family, basic wall, generic 200 millimeter, and duplicate. Duplicate to define new wall. W30. Wall 30 centimeter. Okay. And edit. What is the thickness? 300 millimeter. You can add finish. Okay, you can add any materials. So 300 millimeter. And okay, the thickness is 300 millimeter. Type W30. click OK. Now I will draw the walls. So height, level 2. The first wall from this point, I will draw wall center line. So structure or center line. And draw again. Right click cancel. Second wall. Right click cancel. And the final wall from this point to this point. Okay, there are the walls from level 1 to level 2. If I click on any walls, I can stretch and extend. Is it a temporal dimension? I can click and lock this dimension. I can't extend again. The wall move, not extend. Okay, so click and delete. If I click on 3D, default 3D view, there are the walls. Click and hide analytical model. This analytical model for robot and ETABS. For example, in ETABS, I define by shell, and in robot, I define by panels. In Revit software, there are category, family, type, and distance. What does that mean? Column, generally columns. In Revit, there are columns, beams, walls. So category is column. Family is concrete, rectangular. So columns, concrete, rectangular is family. And the type is the dimensions of this column. So for example, concrete, rectangular, 60-30, or another type, 40-30, 50-30, whatever. Instance, 2 or more elements have the same type. So for example, column, category, family, concrete, circular, and the type diameter 50. Okay, now I will click on level 1 to see the grid and the walls. Structure, column, CL. Okay, click on columns. There are rotate after placement, depth and unconnected, and number in this box. Vertical column, vertical column. Now I will click on properties and edit type. Family, there are 2 family. UC universal steel columns and M concrete rectangular column. Type 300 for 50. So B and H. For rectangular, there are 3 types. So from this family, I can create a lot of types. Okay, now I will click duplicate and C1, rename C1, 50, 30, and click OK. Change the dimensions, so 500, 300, okay, and click OK. So now I have 4 types, okay, family and 4 types. How can I draw this column? Click on columns, C150, 30, the height to level 2, and click on any points. For example, click on this point, the column, the model. Okay, I can click and see the properties. Base level, level 1, top level, level 2, base offset 0, top offset 0, column style, vertical. I can change, for example, this column is level 2 to level 3 and apply. I can't see this column now in level 1. So if I click project browser, level 2, this column is from level 2 to level 3. Click again, level 1, to level 2, apply. I will delete structure column, hide level 2, or click on level 1, structure column, hide level 2. If I press space on keyboard, the column rotates 90 degrees, okay? If this column is an intersections of a grids and click space, rotate 45 degrees and 90 degrees, okay? And if I draw this column, click and modify and select again, and the space, the column rotate by 90 degrees, okay? You will delete structure column again, vertical column or slanted column, add grids, its options, add grid intersection. For example, I can draw columns C1 50 30, add grid intersection, select intersection of the grids, 4 columns, and click finish. Okay. I will delete structure column, click slanted column. For example, the slanted will be from level 1 to level 2 and base offset 0. For example, from this point to this point. How can I see? Click on elevation south in this point. Double click in this point, or you can click and right click. Go to elevation view or for by project browser and double click on south. This is the columns, slanted column. Click properties, base cut style, top cut style. I can change the base level and top level. Base cut style, what does that mean? For example, horizontal or vertical. Top cut style, horizontal or vertical, whatever. Okay? You can change, move the top and move the bottom, whatever. And I click and change the dimension, for example, 500 or 5,000. Okay? I will delete and project browser level 1. Now I will draw the columns. Click on column, vertical column, and start. At this point, and high level 2, yeah. This point, each intersection. I can draw by grids, okay? These 2 columns I will rotate, so click and rotate. And these columns rotate by space. This lecture, we are going to draw the beam. First of all, click on beam. Placement plane, level 1, structural user automatic, 3D snapping and chain. Now click on level 2 to draw the beams. Structure, beam, again, placement plane, level 2, okay? Because level 1 is the base of column. So placement plane, level 2, click on line and properties, edit type. There are 3 families: M concrete rectangular beam, and HSS square tube, and UB universal beam. I will choose M concrete rectangular beam. 300, 600, I can modify. The B is 250, and the H is 600. rename B2560 and you click OK. And OK. So B2560. Level 2, placement plane. 3D snapping. If I draw in 3D and chain to complete the beam. So if I draw from this point to this column, and I will complete the chain, okay? And so, like wall, then wall, chain, okay? So structure beam again from this point to this point to this point to this point. This slab will be flat slab, so the beam are perimeter beams. Okay, there are the beams. Click on 3D now. I can see. Click on visual style. There are many options, wireframes to see all lines. Click on hidden lines. And click on shades, for example, on system colors, and finally realistic to see the realistic model, concrete. Okay. And the column, for example, concrete. I can click, for example, hidden lines. Click on beams. In the properties, star level offset and advanced offset, 0 and 0. I can change, for example, 300 and 300. Okay, offset 300. And the star and end. Click 0 again. And 0 again. I can reduce, for example, this L geometric positions. Why is that justification? For example, uniform, I can click and change the, for example, top, I can click on bottom, apply. This is an inverted beams. Top, again, apply. So there are many options. I can draw in 3D models, so beams, and 3D snapping, snap of columns. I can draw, okay, from this point to this point, whatever. I will delete. And by clicking on beams cross section, for example, angle 45, and apply, rotate the beams, click 0 again, and apply, cut length of beam, for example, 500, and enable analytical yes, cover length 5 meter, volume, elevation at top and elevation at bottom. Elevation at top 3 meter, and at bottom, because the depth of beam is 600, image comments mark there are not, and phasing. So these are the beam of my models. In this lecture, we are going to draw the slab. So click on level 2, double click, and structure floor SB creates a structural floor for the current level of the building model. Click on floor, properties, edit type, like code, duplicate, S20. Okay, construction structure, edit. What is the thickness? It's 200. And okay, the thickness is 20 centimeter. And okay, I am now in sketch mode. All icons. I can click on any icons and click on modify. Modify only. Okay, click on rectangle, M9, polygon, circle, whatever arc. I will click on rectangle to draw this slab. from this point or from this point to this point. Rectangle. Okay. And finish edit mode. Would you like all that go up? Yes. So by clicking on 3D, this is the models. So beams and slab, columns, and walls. Okay. Click on slab. The level is level 2, high offset 0 on level. So I click on, for example, north. The slab is on level. The top of slab is on level 2. Structure enable perimeter, area, volume, elevation at top, elevation at bottom, and thickness. All properties. Okay. Now I will click on level 2. There is a span direction. This lecture, I would like to talk quickly about a slab. So firstly, click on structure, floor. There are many options: line, rectangle, circle, polygon, arc. Click on rectangle and draw a slab. And modify, finish. If I want to edit this shape of the slab, click on the slab, edit boundary, or double click on slab. Okay. Slope arrow. A slope arrow, for example, line, just to slope from this point to this point, and click on this slope and click stop. What is the level? For example, from level 2 to level 3 and 0. Apply, finish. So if I take a 3D, this is a slanted slab, inclined slab. Click, for example, on south, see the slab. So from level 2 to level 3. Okay. I will delete. If I draw again a floor and finish, click on slab. There are modify sub elements at point at split line. For example, at point, what is the elevation? 1000, for example. Relative, yes, on this slab. And we click, draw the point, okay. This is the shape of slab now. I can click and reset shape. Okay. Click again on level 2. I can click modify sub elements, modify the point or line. For example, 500 and this 500. Okay, can click and it's easy to see this slab. This slab now you can see because it's 500, 500, so it's not on level 2. So I click and reset shape. For example, you can click and modify sub elements, or this point is click and 600. This point is 600. You change any points, okay? You can click add split line. And click 3D. You can modify the shape of steps. And delete the system. This lecture, I will talk about opening. Firstly, I click structure floor and draw a rectangular slab. Finish. We'll delete the span directions. If I click on the slab and click Edit, any area, if I draw any area in the slab, this area will be an opening. So finish, click 3D. This area now is opening. Click again. I can modify. Click, for example, arc, and finish again. This is an opening, okay? Click on opening by face, and click on slab. I can create an opening. And finish. This is an opening, okay? This opening, I can select it. Properties, floor opening cut. I can click and edit only this opening, modify. But this opening, I can't. If I can't modify, double click on slab and modify. If I will delete this opening, click and delete. This opening, I can't. So I will select and select, delete, finish. Okay? So by face is the opening of Revit, and area is an options and a way to create an opening. Okay? Shaft opening. What's shaft opening? Click on shaft. Shaft opening is an opening for many stories. For example, this area, and finish. 3D. I would select the shaft properties. For example, the shaft is from level 2 to level 8. Okay, this is an opening. I won't select this slab and copy to keyboard and paste, align to selected level. For example, level 3 to level 8. So the shaft opening is from level 2 to level 8. Okay. I can click on this opening, edit symbolic line. For example, the symbolic line of opening. Finish. This is a symbolic line. Just symbolic, okay? Delete now walls. There are an opening for walls. Delete the symbolic line. To create an opening for walls, click on any elevations. For example, this wall. So wall opening. I can create any opening, rectangular, and modify, for example. Click, modify the dimensions, extend, and stretch the opening. Okay? Can click 3D to see the opening. I can click and delete. And you can again, for example, east, double click and draw any area. And this wall, finish. That will be an opening. Okay? Because the wall opening is only rectangular opening. Okay? Finish. Right click on wall. Can click reset profile. So structure, wall opening, and select wall. And you can select the wall and choose wall opening. I will copy all elements to other stories. So select all elements, copy to clipboard, paste, align to selected level. from level 3 to level 8. Okay, this is the building. To export the model to robots, click on Analyze and Robot Structural Analysis. You should have the robot software. Okay, Robot Structural Analysis. And to ETABS, add-ins, export to ETABS. Okay, I will upload this tools and you can download it, but you can download from Autodesk App Store, export to ETABS, and analyze robot structural analysis. Click robots. Structural analysis toolkit. This tool, okay? If you don't have this tool, you can download it and install. Structural Analysis Toolkit 2018 for Robot 2018.